Life is so beautiful right now. I just thought to myself, like, what could go wrong?
Now who the fuck did that?
Oh, my DKing divas. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute. It's yours truly, Carmilla. And the title's correct. My best friend died. Yeah, not very fun. I didn't want to make like a video talking about it because I'm like, well, I don't have really any subscribers and no one really watches my shit. So like, I don't really have to talk about it. But maybe it could help me heal in some way. You know what I mean? Like maybe it would be good for me to talk about it just for myself and just be like, well, this is what happened, you know? And also like maybe people could also share about their experiences about losing someone really important in their life. I want to keep this channel lighthearted and engage in shenanigans and tomfoolery, of course. And that's what's going to keep happening. Like, I want to take YouTube more seriously. I have a new camera. I don't know if you noticed the quality increase. I got this for Christmas, but I really want to upgrade. And I didn't want to film. I've been putting this video off for like months and months and months since my best friend died because I was really embarrassed of being seen, especially right now. Because like I look a mess right now and like rent's due. I'm fat, broke, and flopping. Like I have one chance. And then I failed. You know, failing's not easy. And it's so easy to get caught up in the instant gratification of everything. Give it to me! Give it to me! Especially when it comes to YouTube. Like YouTube is so much slower and you have to take time to really build and put effort and just commit, you know? And I have a lot of commitment issues. So I was like, I don't want to do this. But I think I need to bite the bullet and just do it. Like I wasn't planning to film today, but I just did it. And I feel really dysphoric and I look a fucking crazy, you know, boo-boo fool, but I'm gonna do it anyways because that's what it's about. I lost someone really close to me in October. My best friend, who was actually my granny graham crackers, Miss Mary Helen, and that really like changes. You know, losing someone so close to you changes your brain chemistry. Like my granny lived in the room right next to me. Like we were like this. Sorry, not we were. We are. We're like this. You know what I mean? And since that happened, I'm just like what the. What the fuck do I do now? You know, grieving someone is so terrible. It's so terrible, but it's also a really big gift because, you know, there's this deep, intense amount of grief. There's also this deep, intense amount of love. And I have nothing but love for that lady. You know, that was like my mother.
That's my mama.
She raised me a lot in my life. My mom was always at work growing up, so my grandma had to raise me. And my father died when I was very young, when I was 8. So it was mostly me and my grandma for a lot of my life. And then when she got a bit older and she got sick and she really couldn't drive for herself anymore and couldn't take care of herself, she lived with us. And ever since she started living with us, like we became even more close. Like she supported me in all my journeys, if you will. Like on my when I started to experiment in like my style and like being queer or whatever, she was always down for it. My parents were not. My parents hated it, especially my mom.
Mystique. Of course.
My mom hated when I would try to like experiment and like dip and dabble into like more feminine things, which I think is really funny and ironic because growing up, she got me wigs to
Okay. No, wig.
play in and dolls and tons of girly stuff. So I'm like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But my grandma, she never gave me shit. Like when I got my first pair of platforms, she loved them. She thought it was so cool. And when I got my first like cunty shoe was these heeled loafers. I still have them, they're broken though. And everyone gave me so much shit. Everyone just shat on me. Like my mom hated it. She thought it was weird. Like, you want to be a girl? Da, 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 da. Little did she know. Yes, but that's when I was in high school still. So I got tons of crap from everybody. And but my grandma never gave me crap. She loved it. She supported me fully. And when I was in high school, I started to like grow out my hair a little bit more, and I had like streaks. I had like bleach streaks, no toner. It looked like poo-poo. Like it was so bad. Like, bleh. But that was like my self-expression because I was so repressed. I still kind of am, but I was so repressed for so long. So I was like slightly dabbling in self-expression, and my stepdad couldn't even look at me.
Crystal chandeliers, platinum doorknobs, and it flies. We'll be at the cat room. Listen to this. Now,
My grandma loved it. She thought it was tea. She's like, oh, you period. Like, I love it. You keep doing you. Like, thanks, Granny. Like, she always got my back when it comes to stuff like that. And I just couldn't help but feel now without her, and I've come so far since then, I'm just like, like, do I really want to continue anymore? I'm like, is it really, what's the point of enjoying things if the person you love the most isn't there to enjoy it with you?
Hi. No, thank you.
That it's the hardest lesson to learn is moving on, or not moving on per se, but like moving forward without the person you thought was always going to be there with you. These transitions, these transitions in your life are very uncomfortable, but you grow so much from them. My grandma died on October 8th at 4:10 in the morning, and I was there. We all came together, and we were all there when she pretty much took her last breath. And I got to have a moment with her, and I still had to keep it strong because everyone was expecting me to keep it strong because I'm going to have 2 brothers, but being a daughter is a thankless job. I'm sure all the girls out there know. But it was up to me to like keep it together for my mom. And I had to tell my mom that her mom passed, and I had to tell my nieces that grandma passed, and I had to call my brother Andrew and his girlfriend to let them know that grandma passed. And that was really hard because my mom couldn't handle it, which is fair. It's her mom. She took care of her since she's been here. And that was so terrible, but also was really beautiful. I don't know if you guys have ever been in that situation, but being there in someone's final moments of life, final days of life, is such an eye-opening experience. I remember in those moments thinking, you're so beautiful. Like, I just couldn't help but be overwhelmed with this feeling of gratitude, love, and awe.
Love, bonding, trust, real friendship.
It was such a beautiful thing to see such a beautiful life live, to be, to end, to see that life end, and she's such a strong woman. Not was, she is such a strong, she's a Capricorn, so those women don't play around, but she's such a strong woman. So to see her finally get rest, she broke her hip, but she also had GERD, something like that. It was like her stomach was up in her chest and she just couldn't eat, and she basically starved. She starved and she died, and it was really terrible and unfortunate, and it was really difficult watching her slowly just fade. And we had one last conversation before she passed. She passed on I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday or Tuesday, and my mom went to get her hair done. She didn't want to, but my grandma was like, just go, like, I'll be okay. Like, you've been here with me 24/7 nonstop taking care of me. Just go, and I know you'll be back the next day. So my mom went, and we've been taking care of her for that 2 days while my mom was gone. Me, my brother, my uncle, my brother's girlfriend. And so it was a lot of that. And then I came in the middle of the night, and I was just chit-chatting with her, and I was like, oh, do you want some chocolate cake? And she's like, yes. So I gave her some cake, and unfortunately she couldn't keep it down. She spat it out, so I had to clean her. But we were just talking, and I was holding her hand, and I remember just thinking, like, damn, this is it. That's when I knew, like, it hits, because she was kind of delirious too. She's like, we gotta go. And I was like, go where? She's like, take me to my room. And I was like, Grandma, we're in your room. And I'm just like, damn, like, this is it. It's a wrap. And I'm glad, though, that I got to have that, because she told me she loved me, and she loved my hair, even though it looks really bad right now. But I've been growing my hair out for a very long time, since I started transitioning. Friend. It's my 2-year anniversary this month, actually, for my my medically transition. I'm still in a place where I would like to advance. I don't want to be here. I'm in an unsupported household. I'm not in any danger. Obviously, you can see the clothes behind me. I'm not unsafe, but I'm not as far as I would like. Like, it's a lot. I've been doing so much, and I've been putting my transition on the back burner, my transition. So I'm gonna get back on that, and I want to get back on the YouTube stuff as well. And I really want to be happy and because when you lose someone so close to you, you're just like, fuck, like, what have I been doing? Like, what have I been doing, Because I had that, I've been miserable for so long, and my only really source of happiness and warmth and joy was my granny. My mom is a very cold woman. She does not really fuck with me like that. She helps me financially, and she bought my first car, and it was really sweet, but like emotionally and supportive, stuff like that, not there. That's not who she is. My grandma's the opposite. She's always been there emotionally, and we chit chat, and knowing that she wanted more from me. She told me once, she's like, you're gonna live a good life. You're loved. Your dad loved you. Like, we love you. Like, your family adores you. Like, you're gonna be okay. Like, you're gonna get out of this house, and you're gonna go and live a good life for yourself. And she told me that, and I have to like honor that promise, And after she passed, when I was with her dead body, before they took her, it was just me and her. I was just like, I'm gonna get out of here. Like, I promise you, like, I'm gonna get my license, because she always stressed to me how important it was to get my license. So I was like, I'm going to get it. And I have my test. Actually, funny enough, my test for my driver's license is on the same day as my 2-year anniversary, the 22nd of May. So I'm hoping I can get I can get the driver's license, you know? And it really sucks though, because I'm not able to show my granny my driver's license, because she was always so proud of me when I would drive. She wanted me to have my independence so bad because she knew how miserable I was here. And she supported me, and she knew I was on hormones before anybody. And like today I'm good, but like a couple of days ago, I was fucking terrible. And there's no one I can go to anymore because they're all gone. You know, my best friends are scattered out right now. My sister Sage moved to San Diego to pursue opportunities, which is fantastic. And I'm really happy for her. But I'm really also devastated because she was also another beacon of hope for me here. But now that she moved, I'm like alone fully. But that's okay. You know, sometimes we need to be alone to think about what we're going to do next and to build something for yourself. You know, how's there been any times in your life where you felt like really alone, and like, how did you manage that? Like, you know, like, how did you move forward being alone? But I'm going to have no choice but to move forward with it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move forward and live with love. Put that on a t-shirt. Live with love, but live with love and gratitude, because I'm so grateful. And I think gratitude is so important to keep us grounded and to keep us to appreciate what we have, you know, because we take so many things for granted. We truly do. And I have lost so many people in my life. You know, death and I have been very, very intimate. I mean, pretty much let death hit third base at this point. But I took things for granted still, even though I lost so many people, because I was miserable. You know, when you hate your body and your mind, like, it's hard to enjoy things, you know, and I'm trying really hard to put effort back into myself and to put effort back in enjoying life. And even though I'm in a miserable spot at this fucking cage that I'm in, this gilded cage that I have built for myself, that love you have in you, that doesn't go away. You know, when someone loves you, that never goes away. Just have to lead with that, you know, and if that's just enough to get me out of bed in the morning to brush my teeth, then hell, I'll take it. I'll take it. When I'm in my deepest moments of despair and grief, because it's at night is when it hits me, it sometimes feels like a cruel joke, right? You know, a cruel joke when they're not here anymore because you want to go to them, but you can't. I just remember all the good times, and I remember my grandma's smile, and I remember like just the love, just so much love and just joy that she brought. She loved Criminal Minds, and I love it too. And yeah, I just watch those things and I keep that alive. Or like, she only drank Pepsi. She only ever drank Pepsi her entire life. She did not drink water. She never drank water. It's only when I saw her like pretty much dying is when I saw her drink water. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. Because she hates water, which I know is weird, because like, how do you hate water as a human being? I don't know, but she only drank Pepsi. So every time she would come, or every time people knew she was coming, they'd be like, oh, get the Pepsis out, like Mary Helen's coming. And it's also nice, it's nice to hear that. Same thing for me as well. Like when I come to places, people already know, get the Pepsis, get the salt, get the lemon, like Carmela's coming over, like we gotta have a stack of Pepsis. And that's like a small way of keeping that memory of her alive, you know, like it's the small things that we do that the people that we love live on, you know, they live on in our stories, they live on in our laughter, they live on in our joy, but they also live on in our grief and our pain. But also grief is just all that love, you know, it's all that love that has nowhere to go, and all that love that just wants to be let out, but you can't let it out to them specifically. What can you do? Like, that's just how life works sometimes, you know. But I always thought of grief, or just really any powerful emotion really, but specifically grief, kind of like a wave, right? We're in the sand and you just have to let the wave and the current just take you. You know, sometimes you have to let it take you. You can't fight against it. No matter how much you try, you cannot fight against that strong ass wave. So you just let it take over you and it goes down. You know, the wave recedes. Like all things in life, it passes. You know, some days it comes back up and the other days it goes back down. And all we can do is just learn how to deal with it in those moments. I know people are not going to watch this, and this is entirely self-indulgent, of course. I know people don't even know me, and I'm talking about my fucking childhood trauma and about losing my best friend. But I do hope if anyone watches this, they take some comfort in knowing that, I mean, you're not alone when it comes to grief. You know, that grief that you're feeling, that heartbreak, the heart-shattering pain. You get through it. You know, you survive. You can move forward. And also, don't neglect that grief. Don't ignore it. Don't run away from it, because it will get you, whether you like it or not. If you ignore it and repress it too much and, you know, all that, it will show on your body. Your body will store all that pain and all that misery, and you can't take it. Your body will break. You'll break yourself. You know, mentally or physically, you will break some way. So you need to confront it, and you need to make room for it and just let it do its thing, you know, because that's always going to be within you. Like, it's always going to be there. It's a very tight ribbon around your neck that's forever, you know. when I die, then I'll be released to that. But even then, like that love I have for her and that grief will never go away. It's just energy. You know, when I die, the energy just goes somewhere else. It gets back into the void or it gets back into the universe. I don't know. I'm not very religious and I'm not very spiritual either. But that's just something that I believe, you know? When you love someone unconditionally, I feel like that love never goes away. So I really want to go to Disney again. And maybe this year, I'm getting my license. So maybe this year I'll go. Maybe I'll vlog it, hopefully, and get that churro for my granny, because the last conversation we had before she died on that bed, she was like, I want to get that churro. She also talked a lot of shit. She talked a lot of shit, which I respect, because one thing with my granny, she was a shit talker, and I loved her for it, because me too. I definitely want to specify this, like, me sitting down talking is definitely probably something I'm not going to be doing a lot, because with the direction of this YouTube channel, like I want to take it, like I want to be shenanigans. I want to do fashion stuff. I want to do a lot with this, you know. Hopefully once I get that license, because I already have the car, but once I get the license, I can do more and put more effort and just show up for myself and also to show up for YouTube. Because with my grandma being gone, I'm like, I need to really pursue things that bring me joy again. I want to be tea. I want to be tea. I want to be calm. I want to be puss. But it takes time. And a part of me feels like I'll never get there, or I'll never be this, or I'll never be that. But I mean, hell, we all start somewhere. And I'm still in a miserable environment, and I'm not in a supportive household, and my best friend's gone. Like, I'm not gonna like look super cunt tea fish like Met Gal, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not. Like, I look crazy right now, but you know what? Like, shit, whatever. Like, I am more than my external appearance, you know? Especially as a trans person, like, the outside means kind of nothing at the end of the day, you know? It's the soul that what matters, you know? That's where the true beauty relies, as corny as that sounds. But like, you know, beauty does fade. And also when you're trans, like your external appearance is always changing. You change so much, but the core, that's what remains the same. You know, that is what you at the end of the day. No matter how many clothes or shoes and makeup and whatnot, and contacts and surgeries, like that doesn't change who you are on the inside. You know, maybe you'll be a little more confident or maybe a little more insecure, but like you can't run away from yourself. And I feel like sometimes I want to do that a little bit. Like if I change completely, then I'm running away from myself and I don't have to be me. But like, that's so unfair to yourself and unfair to the people who love you. People love you. And as crazy as this sounds, you know, we take it for granted. We don't recognize that people do love us. You know, we get so caught up in the, like self-deprecation and the misery and the dramatics of despair that we forget we have community. And community is what's important at the end of the day. You know, when my grandma passed, she had so many people come and be there for her in her final days and say goodbye. Like is what matters at the end of the day. Like you're not going to remember the shoes. You're not going to remember the negatives. You're not going to remember the material goods. You're going to remember the good stuff. You're going to remember the love, because that's what show up for you at the day. You know, I have such a big community that adore me, like my grandma said, and I want to show up for them. I want to show up for you, stranger. I also have no nails. Yeah, we're really going through it. But I want to show up for you people out there, because I want to bring joy and I want to bring knowledge and I want to bring something. Yeah, I want to bring something. I always want to do this. So I hope you will stay with me on this journey, and I hope we can go on this journey together, you know, of discovering ourselves and getting out of this fucking house. Because I think we're all in a cage of some way, right? Whether it be a physical cage, you know, literally, whether it be like a physical area that you feel as a cage, you know, a toxic workplace, a toxic relationship, a toxic job, hell, a toxic mindset. We're all trapped in some way, you know, and I hope that we can all eventually escape that together, because escape isn't impossible. Stranger things have happened. Remember that, like, you know, I keep saying it, but it's true. Like, love is the most important thing at the end of the day. And also love for yourself. Never neglect the love for yourself, because as I mentioned previously, it's, you know, you're only with yourself at the end of the day. You can't run from yourself. You're always going to be you. And you have to realize that the love of your life is you, you know, like there's no one who can love you more than you love yourself, truly, at the end of the day. Because you know all your quirks and you know all your negatives and all your positives, you know. You need to give yourself grace and get up from that dark pit that you're in and move forward, you know, because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to the people around you. Okay, sorry, my camera died. Ooh, I was talking for a while anyways, but I don't know what my point is anymore, because it's been like almost an hour. I had to charge my camera, so that was really fun. But the main point of what I'm telling you is love, trust, and pixie dust will get you through it. Actually, I don't know, I'm full of shit. Just lead with love. Lead with love and trust yourself, as difficult as they may be, and you'll find it. You'll find it. So hopefully you take something out of my pain and misery, and you trauma dump me for like God knows how long this video is gonna be, and you gain something from that. I don't know, but yeah, as I mentioned before, and I'm gonna keep saying it, take your time. There's no need to rush through life. You know, be patient. You will die. You will die. You know, and that is a fate none of us can avoid. And that's freeing though. We all share the same fate. So just slow down, breathe, and just enjoy what you have now. Because you never know when someone you love is gonna die or when you're gonna die. Next year, because my 1 year anniversary for my YouTube's coming up as well. So I hope 1 year from now, or I guess 2 year anniversary next year, I am in a completely different space, you know, and I've grown more on this channel, and I hope I have more videos under my belt as well. There's barely any videos on this channel. So that's gonna change though. That's gonna change. So please stick around. And like I said, I hope you join me for the future adventures and shenanigans that I intend to do. And thank you so much for